You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.
All right, welcome, all you Mentalians out there. Welcome.
What's up, mi raza?
What's up?
What is up?
Peace.
This is episode 39, gentlemen. We are back for the 39th episode of The Mentality Show.
Beautiful thing, man.
Beautiful thing. Could be the 40th. I don't know. In the beginning, I was on crack. I was doing some drugs.
Fucking it up.
You got to get a time in my life.
The math.
Yeah. So
Glad you got over that, man.
thank you. It was a rough time in my life, but
Got your
I
teeth
made it
back.
through. Made it through. So before we say anything on this show, we need to let all of our viewers know that the views and opinions expressed on this show may be offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion. We don't give a fuck. That's right, just to let you know. All right, so we're going to get into a few things here, but before we do that, let's introduce my co-host. I am your host, Delano. What's up? Good to be here. Love you folks. I didn't introduce you yet, Vato V. We're coming to you. Speaking of that, let me go ahead and start with my man, Vato V. What's up, my man?
¿Qué hubo, mi raza? What's going on?
Sir, this is America. Please, let's represent where we live.
I'm sorry.
Then I got my man, Sexy Texy, over here to my
Texy?
far right.
People, what up?
How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling full.
Feeling full, man. We had a great salsa and beer. That's the place to go to if you want some good Mexican food. That's the place to check out. Tried it for the first time, and man, I got my burps out of the way. I feel good.
Don't fart. We'll be all right.
Listen, if you can't find parking to a restaurant,
Took care of that in the elevator.
you know what? That's some damn good food.
Good food, right?
Damn good food, exactly.
Oh, and good beer, too.
Scully, how you feeling, man?
Feeling great. I had a couple beers at salsa and beer. The salsa was good and the beer was good.
That's all you can say, man. That's all you can say. By the way, they need to. We hooking them up, right? They need to at least we need to talk to them about some sponsor.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
Going on. We hooked them up.
Let's
we
do
mentioned
it.
at least 5 times a day. LaShawn the Don.
LaShawn the Don here in Human Purpose, and I want some salsa after the show too. Wifey, hook it up, please.
LaShawn the Don,
Thanks, man.
Please. You see that please in there?
Yeah, please. Hook up that salsa.
LaShawn the Don, the
Required.
blackest one. All right,
I'm
so
the blackest one. If there's not a question about it, don't tint your fucking coloring, the fucking background. No, this is the blackest motherfucker on the planet right here.
I'm not fighting you on that.
Next to the microphone here. Though,
man, we got the blackest one next to the whitest
whitest
one.
one.
I'm
right
fucking
here.
lily white.
Lily Dilly White.
Nothing going on with your television. We just hooked these two. We had to sit them together first. We promise you that. So we got a lot of things we're going to discuss today. This is our 39th show. This is almost the end of the year. And by the way, I have some really, really big news here. Let me go ahead and get into that now.
Yes.
This is our 39th, maybe 40th episode. We're trying to figure that out. But one thing we know for sure is our show is blowing up. It is big time. A lot of people like, hey, I listen to your show, but I like to have it a more convenient way to listen to your show. Well, good news, all you Mentalians out there and all you future Mentalians out there. Our show is not only on YouTube, not only on Instagram, not only on LA Talk Radio, Facebook.com, not only on Facebook. We're pretty much everywhere. But now we are on iTunes and Google Play. Okay. And what else, Texie? Am I missing one?
Soon to be iHeartRadio.
Soon to be iHeartRadio.
Download. Get those downloads.
Yes.
I heart you.
So now you can download it in your car, listen to it, and just drive. You don't have to worry about watching YouTube or texting and driving or whatever they call it.
You can fucking listen to our show now. It's the best thing. That was our point when we started this thing. We need a show that people can fuck to, right?
Fucks.
And that's
socks and sandals, baby.
And this guy fucks.
We kind of fucked that up, though, because if people are trying to fuck while we're sitting there looking so damn good, it's going to be distracted for your fuck.
Hey, she'll enjoy herself at least, right? That's the whole point, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the
She'll
good
be
news.
like, babe, I don't watch porn while we fuck. I want to watch
The Mentality Show.
Yeah.
That's right.
She starts looking over your shoulder, you got a problem.
So iTunes and Google Play right now. Go
That's right.
go download it. Tell your friends to download it. Share it.
That's what's up.
And
It's
review
fun,
it.
baby.
Give a review.
It's fun.
That is what's up. We are so excited about this.
Hell yeah.
We are going to get so many more of you people out there, you Mentalians out there, that are going to be informed about the things we talk about. As you know, we talk about everything on this show. Everything, okay? It doesn't matter what we talk about. Doesn't matter what it is. From the drug problem in America and all the people on meth to Vato V, there's something we need to discuss with you. It involves your breath.
Okay.
We've been needing to talk to you about that. So,
Yeah, okay.
So what else do we need to talk about, Vato V?
From birth control, Plan B, and women who abort, to why Delano's afraid of catching another case of child support.
That's why I don't put my real name out there on the air, man. I'm not trying to get found, man.
They're gonna find you on iHeartRadio, baby. So there you go.
There it is.
Hold on. We got a caller again. Hold on. No. They're looking for Delano again. Hold on. Child support.
Me no speak English. Also, I need to get a recording of you saying that song in case she's out there.
That's funny.
Tech C, what else do we cover, buddy?
From talking about our past guests, including Stuttering John, and how he talked all kinds of shit.
Fucking up.
I'm fucking up the
Sean
rhyme.
I did fuck it up, man.
Hey,
Fucked it all
Stuttering
up.
John, man, you out there stuttering somewhere, getting your ass punched out by whatever the fuck that Italian dude's name was.
That don't take the fact that he was talking shit about LaShawn the Don.
Hey. And that
Too late, sir. You fucked up.
Yeah, your rap sucks, by the way. I mean,
LaShawn, you not the you should get on him. He fucked his rhyme
yeah,
up.
he fucked it up.
He's
if
always
you would
getting on
shut the
you.
fuck up, I would get on him. You don't shut the fuck up enough for anybody to get on him.
Me so sorry. Me so sorry.
Yeah, he sucked. You know, it was right there. I don't need it. I'll get him. I'll get him.
Go ahead.
We ready? Oh,
We're ready.
I'm not getting you
You're
on
on,
this,
sir.
sir. I'm on.
Today, sir.
Yes.
I brought the toys because Santa didn't show up for my kids. So if I see Santa in the streets, I'm going to punch him in his eyelid.
That's what's up.
There you go, baby.
That's what's up, baby. Yeah. Kids and eyelid. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it.
Those are rhymes.
That's
Tex.
right.
Those are rhymes.
It did rhyme.
Oh, now he's schooling you on that.
Yeah, that's how you
I
rhyme.
rhyme Stuttering John and LaShawn the Don.
But you
You
fucked
stuttered,
up in the
you
middle
stuttered
of
like
it.
I
Stuttering
did
John.
stutter.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Fucked
You
it up.
stuttered.
It doesn't
I
mean that I
see.
didn't rhyme though.
You did rhyme,
Yes.
but you
I
fucked
don't.
it up.
I don't think it was that bad. If you should have went with the laugh, and then it just would have flowed.
Yeah,
out.
it would have flowed.
It's all good. You
But-
fucked up, sir.
Yeah, you fucked up.
That's because of that burrito, man.
It's all right. That's what we're here for.
Man.
We fuck shit up.
But you took a
Fuck it
shit
up.
before the show, so you should be feeling pretty good, right?
TMI.
Yeah, I ain't shit
TMI.
enough though.
We went to the horse track to see the horses race today.
Santa Anita Santa Anita race.
Santa Anita racetrack. I fucked that
You
up.
fucked that up, sir.
I did fuck that up. And we went to see the horses before they would race, and Texie was schooling me, and he said, "You see that horse right there? That horse is going to win." I was like, "How do you know?" The horse was taking a shit.
I learned that from my dad.
He's dropping weight.
Dropping weight, man.
Those jockeys are real tiny, though, right? Aren't those guys like
They're
110
Dude, they
pounds or
look like
something?
5-year-olds on top of the.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fuckers.
It's crazy. Look like a bunch of sauces.
Eat a steak,
is.
motherfucker.
Double.
Had a bunch of stuff.
What else we cover there, Scully?
We cover from stupid women and stupid men to why the hell can't Vato V get laid every now and then?
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Fuck you, and fuck you too. Everybody.
Well, hold on before you give out the fucks. From this week's Christmas and how we're living
There you go.
to how Vato V is always in the spirit of giving his herpes to women. So, there we go. Now we can get back to our...
Oh, I got one for you.
Go ahead. Throw it down. Uh-oh. Extra rhymes.
Sir,
for
you only
the-
get
for the
one rhyme.
holidays.
You get
Extra
one rhyme.
rhymes.
We can't read our rhymes on
I'm
the
gonna
show,
read my
buddy.
shit. Fuck you.
You can't. You always read your rhymes. You got to remember that shit. So
Well, my favorite rhyme from Vato V is when he said, "You look like a shaved pussy."
That was good.
my favorite rhyme from Vato V is when he said some shit about you. I can't remember it right now.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
From holidays.
Sir, you're reading.
From holidays.
You're reading.
Gifts,
Try to memorize it.
Shut the fuck up. From holidays, gift exchange, and Christmas mass to why someone at this table smells like swamp ass.
Notice how he read his shit, but he hates on you for reading your shit.
I didn't read my shit. My
Oh,
shit
you read
was-
that shit, man.
I'm looking in the camera right here,
Yeah, the
but
camera.
I don't sound like I'm reading.
That's a
See, he
prompter.
sounds like he's reading. He pauses and puts periods. And
This
all
shit
kinds
right
of
here,
shit.
this-
So-
Oh, I thought the
Put on
camera
glasses
was
and
right
shit.
here.
yeah, the camera's right here. I'm looking
That's
straight
okay.
into
That's
the
why he wears the
There
hat.
you go.
That's right.
We're good.
All right. So anyway, we got a lot we're going to talk about on this week's show. As I mentioned, this is our last show of 2018. So we are going to talk about this is kind of our end of the year special show. Okay. So we're going to talk about some of our past shows, our favorite moments and past shows, and some of our New Year's resolutions. So instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and show you what Tech C put together. It's a collaboration of all the things that some of our favorite moments from the show. And this is just a small part of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so many moments. This was all he had time to do. So we're going to go ahead and play that for you. Sit back and enjoy. Go ahead and roll that tape for us, Sammy. Hi there. I'm Delano, host of The Mentality Show. Thanks for joining us. We do a great show here. We have fun, and you're going to see exactly how we do things throughout this segment here. But I can't do it. I can't have the fun without my trusty guys here to my left and to my right. Vato V,
¿Qué onda, mi raza? Mucho gusto. ¿Qué con estos cabrones?
Sir, this is America. Texie.
Cheers.
Sculligan.
Cheers, fuckers.
And LaShawn the Don.
LaShawn the Don, the blackest one.
As you can see, we have fun. What we want you to see is how much fun we have behind the scenes. So stay tuned, watch us, and sit back and enjoy.
Vámonos.
Oh my God! Oh, we're in the air. Excuse me. Welcome back again to the Mentality Show. Focus on the word men here. We are men of a certain age, and this is a show or a roundtable discussion where you, the listener, will have the opportunity to get inside the minds of four grown-ass men. All right, welcome to the Mentality Show. That's right, you heard it, Mentality Show. We are a new show here on LA Talk Radio. This is actually our first day. Let's give ourselves a hand here, gentlemen. Hello. That's right. We are excited to be here, part of the LA Talk Radio family. This is episode 2 here at LA Talk Radio. Our third rendition. This is our 6th rendition, our 9th rendition. Episode 14, show 18, episode 20, episode 22, show 25 right. For episode 29 of episode 32, the Mentality Show, episode 35 in the house. Everybody, wow! Episode 36 of the Mentality Show. Kiki, do you love me? Understand me? I'm sorry.
Can you punch him, please?
LaShawn the Don.
Slap him with the dick.
LaShawn the Don. That in my head.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a good show.
It's gonna be a great show.
Have anything to do with that dildo you're sitting on? Start it out.
I forgot about that.
Man,
What up?
How's your dildo
good.
doing?
you feel good?
My dildo's going down.
Everybody's
my throat.
dildo feels good, man.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be one of those shows today, guys.
I'm your host, Delano, aka
Who cares?
whatever you want to call me.
Being a ball buster.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
you are
hence
a
the
ball
Band-Aid fucking dude.
He's already busting balls over here, man.
He's a man boy, though.
He's a man boy.
Okay. All right. We talked about this texture. We talked about this. Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah,
butter.
smooth.
Okay.
Fits like
Ooh,
butter.
Can you do that again? Like butter.
Like butter.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's what's up, man. Do that Vato V with your titties.
I can't do that, bro.
To start limiting your stress, and you have to start controlling that stress.
Right.
40s, 50s, or whatever, because now, like, damn, I got my job to worry about, I got my kids to worry about, and I could have a heart attack on top of it. It's a huge load to take. These are things that men have to think about.
That's
and
what
that
she
men,
said.
these are things that men think about.
Whoa, what are we talking about here?
Huge loads, huh?
Dude, take that shit off. Fuck, what the fuck?
Oh,
shit, put it back on.
we got another guest on the show, folks. It's on LaShawn's face.
Shit. Dude, pop that motherfucker.
We
Don't
share
let the
here.
H get you.
Don't let the H get you. Basically, you don't want to get anything that starts with H. Okay, hepatitis, HIV, herpes,
Hemorrhoids.
Something I mean, nothing. Those things are nothing. Some
HPV.
things that can't be healed.
Chlamydia is curable.
Yeah, it's curable. It's okay to get chlamydia, kids.
okay.
No, just kidding. We're not
We
advocating.
have a public
any of
service
that thing.
announcement about that.
right?
Hey, everybody, don't get chlamydia. That's just complicated.
Can the Band-Aid stay? Or?
Yes,
please.
Cover back
Yeah,
up.
the Band-Aid
Don't
should
let-
stay.
don't
You
let the
should.
fucking head
But
come
do
out.
me a favor, put it on your mouth, because we don't need to hear from you anymore.
Okay, this is going to be hilarious because I don't know how deep you guys want to go today or
no,
whatever,
we're
but
deep.
you know,
deep.
I mean, when you truly
Balls,
go,
balls,
right?
We nag a lot. We're natural naggers
Right.
because we see.
Did
your
you just say the
potential.
N words?
And he pointed at me when he said, "We're naggers."
We're natural niggers. We're natural niggers.
No, but we are.
Hey, little Bill, you're a nigger too. Okay? Motherfucker, you're not
Nag,
escaping
nag,
it.
nag, nag.
I'm a light skinned
Nagger, my bad.
Oh
Nagger.
my god.
I'm a light skinned black. I'm a light skinned nagger.
I'm from the Midwest, y'all. Don't play with me.
Okay. There you go.
Got a little bit of an accent. Comes on the A.
I like that.
So good.
Southern charm, salt of the earth.
It's so good. And there you have it. You just saw some of the ins and outs of how we run our show here, how we run this finely tuned business of the Mentality Show. We had a great 2018. Make sure you catch us next year in 2000. Why you gonna put a black man in change?
Gotta arrest this guy.
Catch us next year in 2019. Gonna be an even bigger and better year. Got my guys here. Any words you'd like to add, gentlemen?
Hey, man, we love y'all. Keep watching. Stay tuned. That's right. Thank you very much. And subscribe. Happy New Year, guys. See you guys next year. Most definitely 2019.
Definitely. Here to get better. We got better things coming.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Things coming. All of our Streetwalker mentality skits coming in 2019. A bigger and better year, but we can't do it without you. Catch us on YouTube, all of our past episodes, and make sure you catch us on latalkradio.com and Facebook Live. We'll see you next year. Happy holidays, folks.
Happy holidays.
Right.
Take care.
All right, and we're back. There we go. All right, so you just saw some of our favorite moments, some of our top pick favorite moments on the show. As I mentioned earlier, there's so many moments to that funnier than that you can catch when you watch all of our past episodes. And let me say this again, we are so excited about this. You can watch our past episodes, listen to our past episodes while you drive, while you fuck, while you take a shit. Doesn't matter. We are on iTunes. We are on Google Play. We're going to be soon to be on iHeart. And then soon we'll be on all your favorite radio stations and television stations because this thing is blowing up, folks. This thing is blowing up.
Let's not forget that video you just watched was a longer version on YouTube now.
Yeah, that's right.
Just got released at 6:30.
That's right.
Well,
We have
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
We have outtakes.
After the show.
We're going to have outtakes from our Streetwalker segments, from our skits, some funnier moments from our skits. So I'm telling you, we've had a lot of fun in 2018, 2019. This was our learning year. 2019 is going to be our earning year. And after that, it's going to a lot of things going to happen after that.
Still learning.
From where we started, man. From the we've come a long way. Man.
We've come a long way. We're going to get into that too. Definitely. That's something. So let's go ahead and get into it. I said we're going to mention today. We're going to talk about some of our past show memories. We each wrote down what our most memorable moments was or are from our own experiences. And let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to start here. One day on our first, I believe it was our first Streetwalker segment. We were in Pasadena, and we would pull people to come and talk to us. And this one gentleman comes up. I don't even want to say gentleman. He was a weirdo. Yeah, weird. He comes up, and we asked him to give our show a shout out. You know, when you give our show a shout out, you go, hey, watch the Mentality Show, 6 o'clock p.m. Wednesdays. This guy was like, guys, make sure you watch the Mentality Show, 6 o'clock Wednesday p.m.s. It's a sausage fest. And then after the show, this guy was just looking at our penises and walking around and making references to all the penises on the show.
Wait, if you was a woman, you would be like, she was looking at my penis. Now it's a guy who's looking at all of
our
penises.
He was looking at our, how do you say penis?
He was looking at your penis.
No, yours too. He was looking at your penis.
You're the Metro guy.
You got it on camera. So that's my first memorable moment, and I got a few. Scully, what's your memorable moment on the show?
I'd have to start with the first time that I had met with you guys. So it wouldn't even be my first show, which was in June. So a couple weeks before that, June 20th was my first show. Nice. Right. So a couple weeks before that, we met up at C's house.
Yeah. I had never met you before.
No. I still don't know who the fuck you are.
So let me ask you this: when you first met me, what did you think? Tell the truth.
Little penis.
You look like you were kind of.
Texie mentions. He keeps mentioning. I have never said anything about my penis, and everybody's getting on me. He's always mentioning his penis. It's this guy. Anyway, go ahead.
Who's always mentioning?
You're always mentioning my penis. You're obsessed with my penises.
I feel like, Wow. So when I first walked in, I think you were asleep on C's couch, and I thought that guy got a small dick.
So now Sculligan is mentioning my penis. So when I have to defend myself, it's because of these guys, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
But it was cool. Yeah, I think you probably just woke up from a nap. You kind of looked like a bum, I guess.
Texie me or you. So yeah, you walked in, and I remember seeing this guy. I'm like, okay, I like him. He's a white guy. We need a white guy on the show. He has a white guy voice. He sort of talks like this.
Hey now, you don't get any whiter than me.
Are you getting a burning sensation when you urinate? Can you say that for me, Scully? Are you getting a burning sensation when you urinate?
No, I don't know how to say that.
Oh, you know how to say that perfectly. Yeah. This just in. So, all right.
But
so,
I think that was it. That would have to be it. Just and then we just move forward, and here we are.
Well, we're glad to have you, and you've been a great asset to the show. We look forward to working with you many, many times in 2019.
Yeah, because I will be white next year also.
That's amazing.
Even whiter.
That's amazing. I'm still gonna be black as fuck next year. So that's perfect. Yeah, some of my favorite moments on the show is like
somebody just burp on the air.
It does.
That was
That's
Sammy.
a Texie burp. All right, sorry, LaShawn. He burped in your moment, bro.
No, man, that shit stinks though. Man, there
What
we
the
go.
hell?
That wasn't me.
Who just burped? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was your ass cheek.
Anybody else?
LaShawn.
All right, Flutterbutt.
Anybody else? Check this out. There was a lady on here by the name of Sierra Novak.
Sierra, yeah.
Nice guest
Beautiful
that we had on
Sierra.
there.
Yes.
But at one point she mentioned that she just gets tired of naggers, and she looks right at me. Like she used the word naggers too, and she's like, I just get tired of looking over here, focused over here the whole time. I just get tired of naggers, and sometimes it was like, well, hold on, we like this is we rewound it.
Dylan was like, did you say that?
Did you say this naggers?
I heard niggers.
You said N-word. You said the N-word. Did you say the N-word right now?
I
She
didn't.
flushed.
I didn't think she was going that far, but it's just like that South Park episode where the guy's like, man, can you finish the letter? It's either niggers or naggers. And he's like,
said people who annoy you, right?
people who annoy you.
Right.
He's just like niggers. It's like, no, motherfucker.
like,
Everybody's like, oh my god.
Sorry, it was a naggers.
It was naggers. Get the fuck off, you
She turned so red, she was so
Yeah.
embarrassed after
That was
that.
a funny, but she's from the South. She did say she was like from the Midwest, from the South. something like that.
Yeah. So she can say naggers and get away with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that it?
most white women that are dating a black guy, they think they can just say naggers. And I'm just like, okay, fuck it. You're getting dick down by a black dick. You get to, I mean, you get to say it in your house.
You get a pass.
Don't try to say that in front of a bunch of black women. You will get your ass whooped.
Is this true?
That's how you get in the
Sculligan?
club?
Is this true?
Yeah.
I don't say either of those, but I mean, being as white as I am, I would go with nagger. If I had to pick one, that's where I'm going.
But you're sensitive towards this stuff, Scully. Like you're so sensitive towards the N-word that when you go eat, like at the restaurant today, you didn't even want to ask for a side of vinegar. You were scared. You were nervous about asking for vinegar.
Yeah, I can't
I will
say
not
it.
have vinegar, so I had to.
No, too much social media.
That's funny.
He said vinaigrette.
That shit got me. that shit got me scared. I need you guys to help me out.
I got this for you, Scully. Tech, what do you have? What's your favorite moment, buddy?
One of my favorite moments was we had Dr. Erin on, and
she's great, man.
She was great. Yeah, she's like, I don't know. This is hilarious. I don't know how deep you guys want to get, and it's kind of what brought in our, we all in unison said balls deep.
That was the beginning of balls deep.
That was the beginning of balls deep, and that was pretty funny. So
we all say balls deep on the show now because that was invented.
Who are you talking to, sir?
Dr.
I'm sorry.
you over here?
I'm fubbing. You're right. You're
Sexting guys.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. All right, what you got, Vato V?
What does that say? You have a bigger dick. You have a bigger dick than me. What the fuck? Is that what you're saying to your Vato over there? Orale.
Whoa,
Okay.
wow.
Now, okay, that's 4 people besides LaShawn Dunn that's mentioned my penis.
No, I'm talking
I have
about
not said anything.
I'm talking about the other guy over there.
You guys are mentioning my penis too much.
Hey,
Go ahead.
wait. So, shout out to all of our guests, man. We have been having a bunch of great guests, and it's awesome having you guys on here, man. But
No doubt.
One of my favorite ones is Diamond Girl. Diamond Girl. For me, it was it was awesome to have her because to have a WBC champion on here, man, it was an honor to have her on here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great connections because of her. Yeah. So we'll see how far we go, but so far so good, man. She was a very great guest, and I appreciate.
We met her manager was a great guy.
Her manager was a great guy. We had a conversation with him, so turns out that we are going to do bigger and better things hopefully in the future. So
we have everybody on this show. We have entertainers, IG models, whores, famous people, fighters, champions. We had Cacho, the UFC fighter on the show. It looks like young Mr. T, young version of Mr. T.
When he refers to whores, he refers to himself.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the show on the horror show. Men can be whores too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but again, we've had a bunch of great guests, man, and it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure having them on, and we've gone to a lot of events and a lot of fights. Our girl Crystal, she hooked us up with a couple fights. So going out there and check her out. So it was awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Nice,
Thank
nice.
you for coming out here.
Thank you for Diamond Girl. So we have a lot of great guests. One of my most memorable times, it's two. I was locked in with two of them. I couldn't figure out. Number one was Texie getting a pedicure, his feet. That was a big moment on the show. Actually, that's outside the show, but we talk about it. He has it on IG. If you ever want to see some horrible feet, look on IG. But then I decided to go with this one. He's a reoccurring guest on our show. This gentleman, he's been on our show many times. He has a viral video out there called The Millennial Interview. It's been seen by 500 million people across the world.
100 million.
He's a good friend of mine. His name is Tom Katzis. He's been on the show. This is one of our most memorable, sentimental moments on the show. We actually were talking about our parents.
Fathers.
And fathers. It was Father's Day. Was it the Father's Day show?
I don't remember what show it was, but we were talking about having some kind of confrontation with our fathers and losing contact or over being stubborn and stuff.
Yeah.
And I talked about my issue, and then he kind of talked about his and got a little.
Well, things we regret as we get older, we're gonna regret when we get older, or something like that. So
Yeah, and he was on the show. He was on the show.
I got a caller coming in.
Yeah.
Small of you.
Is it the caller coming in now?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Answered.
Hello. This is the Mentality Show. Who are we speaking with?
Hey, it's Renee T.
Renee T, our favorite guest caller. Hey, how you doing, Renee T?
Mentalian.
True Mentalian out there. How was your holidays, Renee T?
It was great. Went to the cabin, enjoyed Christmas. It was wonderful.
Nice. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Who did you go to the cabin with?
None of your business.
Oh, okay. we ask probing, in-depth questions on this show. We don't just get away with stuff.
What happens in the cabin?
See how quick that could have turned left.
We ask deep questions over here.
Balls deep. That's right, baby.
Not seen none yet. Let's get into why I called.
Oh yes. So why did you call? I almost called you Tech T. So why did you call Renee T?
As an avid watcher of the show, and I see your topic is New Year's resolutions and things of that nature, I compiled a little list on how you guys can, improve your show, so to speak. Not that you don't do a good job already.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Bring it. Roast it.
Dylan thinks he has nothing wrong with him.
All right, I got it individually. Plus, I see that you guys were talking about your favorite moments on the show.
Right,
I do have two favorite moments. I think the whole episode with Stuttering John was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
One of our best guests. Absolutely.
That was funny.
Yeah, especially because he kept ripping on LaDon.
Loved it.
I didn't even know he was a ball buster like that. That was funny though. I was like, who the fuck are you, dude? I don't know who the fuck is this guy.
He came out swinging.
Man, he came in here and just got on you.
Yeah, he was like, what is that? I loved it, man. That shit was funny.
He took it like a champ too.
Day episode, I thought that was a pretty good episode.
What episode? What episode was that? Oh, Father's Day show. Okay.
You all wore your ties and stuff like that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we were our father's bit.
We were so handsome.
Yeah.
It's funny. So,
you guys were so handsome.
You are so lying because I'm the only handsome guy on this show, Renee T.
Oh, God.
So, Renee T,
that brings me to my points right here. So let me go on.
Oh, it's a true Mentalian.
Oh, boy.
Got him.
I'm nervous.
For starters, I'm going to go individual one by one, except for you, Sculligan, because I don't have a lot of... I haven't watched a lot of...
She don't have a lot of footage on you.
I don't have anything negative to say about you.
They don't let me, in their defense, they don't let me out much because they know I'll take over.
He's like the gimp. Put him away.
It's a white man's world, not a white man's show. So.
Put on the suit. Go in the basement.
I can believe that. So I'll start with Vato V.
Oh, shit. There we go.
Uh-oh. He's red. He's turning red over here.
Honestly, I have nothing negative to say about you. From the first show to now, you have 100% improved.
Whoa. Nice. I agree with that. I agree with that, Vato V. I agree with that.
Thank you.
He's come a long way.
You
Definitely
know,
come a long way.
You're doing what you're doing. You're very engaging. You're funny. You're authentic.
Thank you.
I love your accent. I love the Mexican word of the day. Just keep it coming.
That's right. Muchas gracias.
Vato, so to speak, came out of the closet in the show.
Yes, I did. Yes, I cannot. Hold on. I cannot confirm nor deny.
You got him blushing over here. How do you blush in Spanish?
Blush in Spanish?
How do you blush in Spanish?
Like this.
Alvato B is our guy. He represents all of our
he's
razas.
good. Nothing negative to say about Vato B.
That's right.
LaShawn the Don.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Since you're the newbie, I only got a few little tidbits.
Okay.
Number one, keep your big ass head out the camera.
We've been telling them that. We've been talking to him about that. That's his shadow. That's his shadow.
It's actually like my blackness magnifies on camera, so you have to be aware of that. That's very melanated blackness. So
you got to add about a foot with his shadow. You know.
Yeah, that's actually Sculligan's shadow.
Imagine if I wore green on this background.
Speaking to the mic at all times, because sometimes I listen to the mic and I can't hear what you say, because you say funny shit. You know, so I want to hear everything.
I'm sorry, Trinity. Could you speak into the mic when you say that? We can hardly hear you.
And you need to work on your rhymes. Like,
oh, yes.
Wow.
We've been talking to him
today. Did you hear the rhymes today, though? I've improved a little bit.
I didn't hear them today.
I'm coming up a little bit, but
he's coming up. He's coming up.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Get ready.
I know. 2019. I talked to Nas and shit. You know what I mean? I got him tutoring me on rapping. So we're gonna be all right.
It's 52 weeks in the year 2019. He's gonna fuck up about 25. Tech C, get him. Please get him.
So you've improved too, because you're a lot more active than you used to be. But I need to see you be a little bit more active, because you're actually a funny guy. So, get in there, especially when you rip on Delano.
Oh man, please no more. Oh
he
man,
gets all sensitive when I start talking shit about him.
It's hard to host a show with somebody just throwing that shit.
He gets sensitive. He gets all, you know, that
throws me off.
I'll hug him if he needs it.
Hug it out, bitch. Hug it out.
I said if he needs it.
The effects and all the stuff that you guys are doing now, it looks like a real damn show.
Thank you.
It is a real show, so it's very much improved. And
from our
answer the
basements.
phone, please.
Yes, Tech, please.
Wow.
We've missed so many calls because he hasn't answered the phone.
Wow.
What about when we had that suicide show? I think 3 people killed themselves because you didn't answer the phone that day, man.
They were calling in saying they wanted to jump off the bridge. Like, I want to talk to the mentality show.
Tech didn't even answer, man.
In our defense, answer the phone.
we told those fools not to call.
All your callers is trying to call in, and we can't get through because you don't answer.
2019, we have an intern.
It's called Bud Light. That's the answer right there, right?
No.
All right. Well,
that's pretty much it with Tech C. I mean, other than not answering the phone, he's improved a lot too.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling in, Trinity. So that's going to be our show. Thank you for calling.
No, she's not done.
You gotta rip the lanest on your asshole over here. So let them know what's going on.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Number one, Delano. You need to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Wow. We tell him that all the time.
That's fair.
You talk so much.
I'm the host.
Let the other guys talk. And I don't want to hear you all the time. I want to hear the other guys because they have interesting shit to say.
I'm the host. I have to make sure the show flows. It ebbs and flows. That's my job. I'm the ebber and the flower.
Sir, this is not a period, sir.
He's the reason you have nothing on me, because every time I try to say something.
Well, they can't see you because somebody's blocking your ass over there.
I'm looking at that.
Oh, and LaShawn's big head, yeah.
Yo, we got to do something about that shit. I got a fucking little ass head too, man. That's my blackness.
Pull the mic back.
Pull the mic back to the
That's my blackness, man.
There you go.
All right, so
the sun came out.
What else? There's got to be more.
Another one, Delano. I know you joke a lot, but you talk way too much about yourself. Comes off a little self-centered.
Metro, that's what Metro is.
Hey, if you can't love yourself, you can't love others, right?
He
you can't
loves
love
too
yourself, you
I
can't
mean,
love
do
others.
that shit in private, though, because I don't want to hear it.
He does, too.
I don't want to talk to myself by myself.
He's in lust with himself.
I do love me some me.
Last thing, actually not the last thing, because I got 2 more things.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy. This is tough. This is a tough show.
Sometimes you're a little too serious, and you cut off the joke. And for me, when this show first aired, I looked at it as entertainment, and sometimes you just make it a little bit too serious. Let the jokes flow. Fuck.
Well, you know what? We've actually worked on that. We used to have our show more scripted, and I used to write it and everything. But now we're a little bit more free flow. We let everybody speak and say what they have to say, and be themselves, and not so scripted too much these days.
Okay,
so.
That's good. And then the last thing, you talk way too much about the penis.
Oh, okay. Let me explain that one right there. No. Let me explain that one right there, Renee T.
No.
All right. I have not talked about my penis. If you watch our shows, you notice even today, these gentlemen are the ones who bring up my penis, and I have to defend myself, except for LaShawn the Dunn, because he knows he's secure. This brother right here knows that we got big dicks. It's all the Mexicans and white people that are insecure about the black man's penis.
Hold up.
That's the only thing we get. Okay, let me tell you something about the black man's penis. All right. They call us rapists. They call us murderers. They call us all kinds of shit. We got the one good stereotype. And then the white man, Sculligan, is trying to take that away from us. Can we have one good stereotype?
Renee T.
Y'all always don't have big ones, and I think
listen
so much,
clearly.
It might be small.
Yeah, that's what we told
him. All right. If I pull it out, this whole room is going to get darker than the sun. So you don't want me to do that.
I think you talk about it so much that it is small. You know?
Hey, he's saying that we're insecure. I'm Vato V, motherfucker. I don't gotta be insecure. So what's up? That's right.
Vato V, this guy fucks.
Every time you tell a lie, your dick gets smaller.
Well, I'm not lying, so my dick is pretty much maintained. It's pretty much maintained. If you get, I got to think about this, Renee T. If you get 10 white guys and line them up, maybe 3 out of the 10 are going to be packing. Okay. If you get 10 brothers and line them up, maybe 3 out of the 10 are going to be not packing. So I'd say 70% black men packing, 30% white men. Okay. So there are some exceptions, Notice I didn't mention Mexicans in there. They're about 50-50, And I should know. No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. I'm joking because I know they're about to say something about me being gay, and it's not true. So I was just joking.
He's had his fair share of penises, and he knows.
Renee T. in 2018. Delano came out.
Not until 2019. Now, Renee T, thank you so much. That was so. And you know what?
Thank you, Renee.
You've been a great listener, and a great mentality. Keep watching. Tell all your friends. As you know, we're blowing up here. We're going to be on iHeartRadio. We're on Google and iTunes. Yes. So please keep listening.
Nice.
And Scully rocks.
I'll make sure I put you guys on my iTunes, and congratulations on all the success you guys deserve.
Well, thank you.
Hey, so one more thing. Let me intervene here a little bit.
Let's me intervene.
So you have nothing on me. So can I say I'm perfect?
Yes,
sir.
So far, you'll find his flaws in 2019. You'll call back in December 2019 with a long list of shit on Scully. I'm sure he'll be there. So
he'll be there.
I will do that.
All right, Renee T, thank you. We love you. You're so great.
Thank you.
Keep listening.
Happy New Year.
No problem. Happy New Year.
I would say keep calling, but Tex C doesn't answer the phone. So I'm sorry.
2019, we got an intern.
All right, you take care, sweetheart.
Right,
bye.
Thank you.
Right. That was Renee T. She's one of our favorite Mentalians out there. As you can see, she made a whole list of our fuck-ups and what we need to work on. I will admit, I used to talk a lot. Now I try to, not talk so much and, share the time here and everything. We have 1 hour. I should get about 45 minutes of that hour, right? You guys get your 15 minutes of fame. It's called 15 minutes of fame, right? So
15 seconds.
So anyway, we were talking about our favorite moments. I talked about Tom Katz's crying on the show.
Yeah.
Once we mentioned his father and that type of thing. It was a very sentimental moment.
You can't say
we
cried.
Invite you.
He teared up a little bit.
He teared up. Yeah. Okay. So we advise you to go back. That was the Father's Day episode, Father's Day. And check it out. So what's another? We're going to go down the list here. Another favorite moment. We got to speed it up, gentlemen, because we're going to talk about resolutions as well. What's another favorite moment?
I'm going to skip a few of them, and I want to jump right into throwing a shout out to Sheena Metal.
Sheena Meadow.
Yes. So I'm going to go back to November 14th, which has been more recent. It was episode 33 for us. For her, it was probably like episode 1 million, 2 million. I don't know what it was, but we spent 2 hours on her show and then jumped
Sheena
over.
Meadow show.
Yeah, we hopped studios into ours. She came with us, and another hour, 3 hours with her. We learned a lot. We confirmed a lot, and couldn't thank her enough. And it was a great time.
She's the one who advised us to go unscripted on our show and just be ourselves mostly and just let it flow, and we've been doing that ever since. And I think we've had some of our best work here.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's been a great
awesome,
teacher, great mentor. So thank you very much, Miss Sheena. Appreciate
Sheena
it.
Metal. Yep, you can catch her here on LA Talk Radio anytime. She's always on air. So
yeah, she's good people.
She's good people.
Yeah, look her up on Facebook. She's everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, you name it. All the Instagram, all the social media. She's there in like 10 different ways, if not 20 different ways. So yeah, look her up.
Absolutely. Yeah, LaShawn, what you got, buddy?
Well, one time we had a comedian that I grew up watching named Shang on the show. Like, I'm talking about BET, like sneaking up to watch like Comic View late night, right?
Right.
And he talked about killing a German Shepherd. I was like, what the fuck, dude? He's had a rough.
That was like episode 35.
Yeah, episode 35. But it's like, German Shepherds, they use those in the SWAT meet or the SWAT team. Those are some vicious ass dogs. You know what I mean? So for him to fuck up for a comedian to fuck up a German Shepherd, that's like some. Hey, don't fuck with that guy.
With a switch, right? Didn't he say how to switch?
He stomped him. He's just like he stomped him and stabbed him.
Hit him with a stick.
Wow.
Hit him with a stick.
Yeah.
He's trying to bite him.
So Shang's address for the the animal right activist is
National Humane Society.
The Humane Society for Animals. I just thought that was like, wow, man, you wouldn't forget some shit like that.
You don't forget, yeah.
I got attacked by a dog, but I didn't kill him. I was just like, get the fuck off me. I threw a couple punches, and I just was like, he was like, ooh, ooh. But that shit was scary. All my clothes were ripped. Like, it was insane. But I was like, I had that like everything was red, so I was like, I'm gonna get this guy with a good shot. And I hit him. He's like, ooh, ooh. I ran out. Like, it was like. And it was a German Shepherd too. Fuck German Shepherd.
Hey, I've got 2 of those, man.
I got a German Shepherd.
Yeah, I love those dogs.
I got a German Shepherd. Actually.
You do have a German Shepherd. That's right.
Yeah.
I think what happened. He was on the show. People come on the show and it's therapeutic. They feel very comfortable. They let out. They feel like they can talk about anything because we're a cool group of guys here and we just talk about everything with Mentality Show.
Of course.
And it's a safe haven. You just want to talk. And I think he let out one of his deepest, darkest secrets about beating dogs.
Well, like when we had Vanessa Vasquez on, and after she gets on her Instagram, she does a live stream, or not live stream, but stories, and she's like, it was like therapeutic to be on the show.
Yeah.
So great.
A lot of people say that, man. It's been great. Like a lot of people, when they go on their feed and stuff, they talk about us, and it's amazing how far we've come along. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure we've helped out a couple of people out there, but it's been great, man. I can't complain about this show.
It's awesome. You come on the show and you just have fun,
Talk about
whatever you want to talk about.
And now that we're going unscripted, it's even more fun and it's even more,
more
just
better,
free
more
flow.
better.
It's more better.
I've said that on a couple of occasions. I was like, not only does the hour go fast whenever we're all talking and chilling, talking about, the events, I feel better. I feel like I talk to like a therapist or something. Even though we're just, we're talking about things that
we are not licensed therapists.
Yeah, you're not licensed.
We know our shit.
Yeah, we're just fellas talking. Grown ass men. So
we've been with experiences.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
We've worked. We've been mentors, and some of us still are mentors for children. And I mean, we come on here, we joke around, and we talk shit, and we try to be entertaining, but we have our lives that we live outside of this show, and we're just like you. We have to live our lives. We have to take care of our families. Take care of our German Shepherds, things like that. So
there's a fine line between jokes and then like taking shit too seriously. Like this, we joke, So if you got a stick up your ass, you can't take a joke. This, you know what I mean? Like loosen up a little bit, live life.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Have a beer and a sandwich.
The views and opinions expressed on this show may be offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion. We don't give a fuck. There we go. All right, gentlemen. So what else we got there, Techie?
I just want to talk about our streetwalkers, like just all of them in general. Like when we go out there, and a lot of times we haven't been with us, but it's just fun, just talking to people, just bullshitting and just laughing and just it's a great time.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just
regular people.
It's fun. It's
fun. I mean, you think we're laughing
out
on
there
the
with
show?
the people.
You think we're laughing on the show, but when we're out there, like
we fuck around,
just bullshitting and laughing the whole time. It's funny.
We're out there for like 3-4 hours, and it's like it's fun, man. It's like an hour. It feels like an hour, but it's 3-4 hours out there.
It's fun, and just to have to edit that, it's just so hard because there's so many funny little clips and but all of our streetwalkers have been fun and have been.
And I gotta say, Tech C, I really, you've complimented me on the show a few times. I don't know if I've ever complimented you as many times. So I want to say you are. If it wasn't for you, this show would not be where it is. With your tech skills and the things you do with the streetwalker, the editing, all these videos that you've seen, these skits, it's because of Tech C. He's a very talented man. His company, LA Aerial Image, is a very, very beneficial company, a very talented company. And I advise you, if you want any type of production work done, this is the man, this is the company you want to work with. And, great job, and we thank you. We thank you.
You made
It's awesome.
Yeah. You made Delano.
You made me out of his basement. What else we got? What else we got there, Vato V?
Well, one of the things that I'm reflected on is when we just started this show. I know you guys weren't here, but when we started this show, to be honest with you, man, I didn't know shit about radio.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about talk. I was so fucking shy. I was like,
you were straight over the wall.
You didn't know shit about anything, huh?
Yeah, didn't you?
I don't know shit. Nah,
Did you just cross the border?
I did. I jumped over the border. We go over the shit. You can build this high. We go over.
2019. We going over shit. That's right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, so it's one of those things that I
Fuck
reflect
Trump,
on.
baby.
Exactly.
Fuck that wall.
Fuck that.
You better start digging the tunnels.
Say it, Todd. Fuck that puto. How you say it?
Oh, yeah, you just start digging the. I don't know what the fuck the puto joke was. I can't remember. I gotta look it up.
Puto.
And Vato V's a puto.
Fuck that puto. Fuck that puto. Sorry, your moment there, Vato V. I just cut you off, man. I talk too much.
You see, T? That's what she's doing over here. Renee T. Anyway, no, but that's one of the great moments I do remember, man. Like, meeting, not meeting you guys, but starting this show a long time ago. It was a fucking idea that we came up with a long ass time ago. Shout out to our boy David. That he came on the show and stuff. And we're
gonna have him back on the show as a guest sometime.
Yeah, one of these days. And but again, it was one of those moments that I remember that I didn't know jack shit about radio. So now I'm here. I still don't know jack shit, but we're here.
Yeah. Nice. Well, Vato V, you are here, and we are so glad to have you. As Renee T mentioned, you are a huge asset to the show. The way you represent yourself as a man, the way you represent your people. Absolutely.
You're a huge asset. You have a huge ass, too.
Thank you.
And Texie is just as Mexican as you, but he doesn't sound. He sounds more like Scully over here. So,
I'm a white boy Mexican.
White boy Mexican. You speak Spanish?
No Spanish.
No español.
No speak Spanish.
No speak Spanish.
No habla.
El pollo loco.
Yes.
Taco for taco.
All right, I got one last one, but I'm gonna get into it after we Sculligan and quickly Sculligan and LaShawn give us your two. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around and do.
In other words, then
we're gonna go around and do one resolution, one thing we want to achieve in 2019. So go ahead there, Scully. What you got, man?
You know what? I have two, and I know we're running out of time, so I'm not going to take away from anything. I know that we all would have our first show. It's nerve-wracking, and I didn't say shit. So I'm going to skip past that. And then you also took one of the ones I had. I love the Lucas Oil Off-Road show in Pomona.
That's when you came out. That was your coming out party, buddy.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
You're talking about the panties?
Yes.
Shit,
that's when you grew some kahunas, baby.
My balls dropped.
Your balls dropped, yes. That's when we realized Sculling, you got this, man. That was your first time you did, your first time you actually did interviews, and you killed it, man.
Yeah, wonderful job. I'm gonna fuck people up next time, so be ready.
They used Sculligan because they were like, this is some oil, like race car drivers, like some Klan members and shit. So we got to use Sculligan for the interviews. He was right at home too. Let me take this fucking mask off.
Well, one thing
he is not racist at all, guys. We just fuck around.
No, he's not.
He's a good guy.
But see, the fucked up part is it was Lucas Oil, and you were the mascot. You didn't show up that day. So what was up with that, man?
Hey, bro, I got a busy life, man.
Lucas Oil.
Lucas Oil better fucking pay me. You know what I mean? No, isn't that shit synthetic? So it's lighter.
You're synthetic though.
Yeah, I'm synthetic oil is not. It's light.
Yeah, no. I'm synthetic. You're more like. That real shit straight from the ground shit.
You're like doo-doo black. He's doo-doo black. Like, when you shit, he's that color. I'm black as fuck. I'm just like straight from Africa. You know what I'm saying?
It goes in clear, comes out black.
Yeah. So, I mean.
I think that's the byproduct.
He oils up.
Like, my skeet goes in clear, and then it fucking comes out with babies. So I got 3 of them now. So
shit comes out looking like LaShawn had done. You need to go to the doctor. It comes out that dark, man.
Hey, I made a porter once that made me shit that dark.
If you shit dark, you got some bleeding.
A porter.
Yeah, you got some.
You ever had a stout porter? You get them dark enough and chocolate enough, you'll shit black right now.
What's a porter?
I don't even know what that is. What is
steak?
it? Oh, porter steak.
That's a beer. Look it up.
Okay.
Got you.
LaShawn, what's your last one, buddy?
Well, also like my first time on the show, just meeting these fellas outside of of our job that some of us still have, but yeah, that was fun. It was just a different type of vibe. You know, we weren't dealing with work shit. We were here having fun, even though this is work too. But we were having fun and just talking and having a good time amongst fellas that I've already known. And Vato V, I'd never really met him at our other job. So, and
he's the new guy.
Yeah, Tech C. I've seen him around. Body slamming motherfuckers and stuff, but
that's true.
It's just it's one of those things where you're like, you get an opportunity like this, and Delano invited me onto the show, man, and I really appreciate it. And it's something that I wasn't even looking for, and it came to me, and I'm like, man, this is awesome. Like this is a good thing for me. I'm doing comedy and stuff like that. This is a different beast right here. Like the radio is like, hearing myself in these earphones. It was weird. The first show I was just like, I was extra
you killed
like
your first show. You killed it.
But I was extra just like, motherfucker on my rap. I was like, motherfucker. I was like, I don't even cuss like that. Like, damn, that was just extra.
I want to say this before we end. LaShawn, I've been knowing him for years. We knew each other from work. Funny guy, and he was doing stand-up comedy, and I just knew he would be a great asset for the show. Since you've been here, you've killed it, and we are so glad to have you, man. And we look forward to many, many more moments in 2019.
That's right.
My man.
So looks like we got it. I'm sorry, we're not going to have time unless we do it really quick. New Year's resolutions, really quick.
Be more positive in this world.
Yeah. Travel. I want to travel some more, man.
I want to meet a wife or a good woman this year.
There you go.
That was last year's resolution.
I want everyone to not wait to the end of the year to make a resolution for the following year. Just get it fucking done.
Exactly. I like that.
Your New Year's resolution, your New Year starts on your birthday technically, but the calendar year, my New Year's resolution is to just have more fun. I mean, don't be stressed out as much,
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. So we got to go ahead and end it, gentlemen. Before we leave, Vato V, what's our Mexican word of the week?
Juana.
How is Juana the Mexican word of the week?
Juana, all of you. A Happy New Year.
Feliz Navidad, folks. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end it. Remember, catch us on past episodes on YouTube, www.thementalityshow.com, LA Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, Google, iTunes.
All that shit.
We are here, folks. We are ready to kill 2019. It's going to be a great year. Love you, Mentalians. We'll see you next week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. That's right.
Peace.
Mentalians, vatos.
Be safe.
You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.